Good morning.
Ooh, good morning. Good morning. Wow, that woke me up.
Good morning, and thank you everyone for tuning in to Let's Talk Woman to Woman, whether if you're on YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook. Thank you so much for tuning in, and happy Saturday.
Yes. I am just getting over a cold, or at least trying to get over a cold.
She got me sniffling now.
if I sound a little nasally, please forgive me, but I'm trying to get over a cold, which brings me to mention this really quick. Yesterday, if you guys have been following us, you've seen that we've been talking about the Eucalyptus Scrub that we're going to come out with. And so yesterday, I was really nasally. I sound worse than I feel. And so I decided to try the Eucalyptus Scrub, and helped, and it opened up my passages.
Good.
So
I can't wait till we come out with it. Those of you for tuning in, this is your first time ever watching our show. My mother and I, we have a bath and body line of products called Zuri Body Essentials, and has natural and organic ingredients. And so we're getting ready. We're in the process of rebranding. So we're coming out with all new. We're coming out with some of the same products that we've had, but a whole lot of new products that no one has never seen us have before. And so we're really excited in regards to the eucalyptus for those of you who are just seeing this for the very first time.
Well, thank you for translating for me, Brittany.
It wasn't translating. I was just saying some people may have not known.
You.
That was shady. Ain't nobody. No, I see straight through that. But it's a wonderful Saturday. It's beautiful outside. We haven't really had this kind of weather. Well, we had it for like a few hours, like a week ago, but we haven't had this kind of weather in Chicago in a very long time. So I just pray that everyone stays safe and just enjoy this beautiful weather, because I heard it is supposed to snow again. So I can't wait to spring. Can I wait to spring? Did you have anything, Mom?
Yeah, I do. What? I was waiting.
Oh, excuse me.
Excuse me. Please forgive me. I'll probably be doing this throughout the whole hour, but okay, I'm sorry. Can I give my review? Mm-hmm. I'm really excited to give this review. This is a palette by Too Faced. Now, before I even open it up, see this, but
it looks like a candy bar.
It looks like a candy bar. And that was one of the things that drew me to it. I was like, oh, wow, what is this? And I have to say, I really like Too Faced. I don't think I've that they put out that I did not like. So I really like Too Faced products. So at any rate, I couldn't resist the urge to purchase it, and I did. And I'm telling you, if you guys could see this, I don't know, but this palette is amazing. They have the most beautiful colors and colors. So it's chocolate gold, rolling in diamond.
I like that name.
Rich girl, old money, so bougie.
Some cute names.
Yeah, gold dipped, diamonds, money bags, cocoa truffle, love and cocoa, new money, class and sassy, and living lavish. I absolutely love this.
That's cute.
Highly pigmented. I'm wearing I think I'm wearing this gold here today.
I'm surprised you don't have any like green or purple eyeshadow on today. Usually she finds some kind of way to mix different eyeshadows with either the color green or purple, and she does not have neither on today.
No, I do not. No, I do not. And I'm telling you, so this is by Too Faced. Love it. I'm telling you, I love the packaging. It is absolutely adorable. I want to say this was like $, I'm not really sure, but a little goes a long way. And seriously, ladies, you need to check this out. I don't know if you can see this on Instagram or Facebook. It is absolutely adorable. Too Faced.
That is cute. I like that. I love the name.
And it's called Chocolate Gold.
I like that. Mm-hmm. Well, speaking of makeup, Katy Perry has hooked up with CoverGirl, and she has launched a new lip collection. That's a connection. A new lip gloss collection that has 12 different shades, ranging from, really very bold colors that, that match her personality. If anyone's familiar with Katy Perry, she has a very out there kind of personality, takes risk in regards to fashion and makeup and also hairstyles. Some of the names are like aquamarine blue, cobalt kitty, indigo cat, pounce, which is a lavender, a
That
bold
sounds
magenta.
pretty.
Pounce, and that's really cute. Kitty Karma is a bold magenta. So she has a lot of different colors. Like I said, 12 ranges of lip glosses, and the collection is called Catty Cat Collection. That is kind of hard to say all at one time. So the Katy Cat Collection, and her packaging has like these little cat heads on it. So I mean, if that's what you're into, I think is nice. But the colors are really nice, very vibrant. So yeah, so they're about $10. CoverGirl's not that expensive. As you know, you can get it from your local drugstore. So I thought that was nice on their collaboration. I like to see celebrities collaborate and go over into the beauty industry and see the different things that they can come up with. So yeah.
So listen, I'm sure everyone knows by now that today is the day that women are marching.
Yes.
And they're doing it in Chicago and all across the globe. And it is amazing. Me Too has just taken a life of its own, and I think that and corporate America and all the other different places that have not respected women are really beginning to take note. And so they're going to shut down Chicago. There's certain streets that are going to be closed.
Yeah.
And I think last year they said that it was over 200,000 that had marched. And so they're definitely going to be doing that again today. So if you're going downtown Chicago, be mindful of the different street closures and join in.
And you know what? That kind of is a good segue to what I wanted to talk about, and just about women and women empowerment, because Tracy Ellis Ross, she reportedly is getting paid significantly less than Anthony Anderson on the show Blackish. And she's pretty much saying that there is this big pay gap between the two. We have pretty much kind of like compatible roles, and she's saying that she's not going to get paid pretty much, she'll be only like a guest versus actually just being on the show. And it goes to, I feel like that goes in hand. Like, why aren't women getting the same rights as men? But this is history. This is, it just goes back to, me and my friends are talking about this morning. It just goes back to how women, they didn't even have the right to vote. They didn't have the right to even have a job. They couldn't wear certain things. I mean, it goes deeper, and we definitely have come a long way, but it's 2018. Why is this still an issue in the first place?
And she has just as a prominent role as he does.
Exactly.
I've never, honestly.
But I mean,
I've not seen the show. I'm gonna be honest. I've never seen the show.
It's
but
a
I
show.
do. Yeah, but I heard that it is. As much of a role in that show than he does. So I'm really kind of confused about that.
Yeah, so she's,
That's not good.
She is currently negotiating her 5th season on the show. And so, she's just saying that my money has to be able to match his. Like, what is the difference here?
Exactly.
There is no difference.
Right.
So, I'm interested to see where that goes. But, like, enough is enough. It's always, there's so much inequality between race, between, sex, between, or gender, or just the way you live your life. I mean, I just don't understand that. And the fact that it's 2018 and we're still talking about this and it's still relevant, is just beyond me.
We've made some strides in some
we definitely
areas,
have, but it's still so much to
go.
still, and this is not just one incident. This has been forever, where the pay difference is huge. What is the actor? My friend was just talking about this morning. Michael Wilberg. It was some movie that she said that was her and another actress. They had like compatible roles, kind of like the same situation. And Mark Wahlberg, he was getting paid $18 million more than she was.
Wow.
She was getting like only like $800,000, and he was getting like not 800. He was getting like 8,000. She was getting like 8 or 80,000, and he was getting like in the millions. Regardless, it was a significant gap. And it's just, why are we still talking about this? It's just, it's a shame. And it's not even just in the acting or it's in the corporate America. It's everywhere. Mm-hmm. It's everywhere. So
I agree. Speaking of women and women empowerment, I ran across this story. Excited to talk about this. 4 powerful women from Alpha Kappa Alpha and Delta Sigma Theta sororities have joined forces to do something remarkable. All 4 women work as criminal judges. Created a program called Pipeline to Possibilities.
I really like that.
I like that. So listen, let me tell you guys about this program. This program is committed to creating an alternative to the school to prison pipeline, which is much needed, right? Based out of Dallas, judges, and I'm going to get these names right, Amber Givens Davis, Stephanie Mitchell, Lisa Green, and Shakita Kelly to educate the younger generation on various aspects of the justice system and to inspire them to become leaders in society. No better than criminal judges. This is amazing. Along with providing criminal justice classes, the program offers clear guidance about the consequences of irresponsible behavior. Encourage them to be great and to understand what mistakes to avoid, says Judge Green, to understand the system, how it works, and how they are redirected and they don't end up in the criminal justice system. Judge Kelly said she's inspired every day by the ability to help so many people. My advice in life overall would be not to give up where you feel like you failed or made a bad decision, but don't stay in that. That's my phone. I'm sorry. I thought I turned it off. You pick yourself up and strive to do better. According to Judge Mitchell, where you start doesn't have to be where you finish. So I think that these young ladies are doing an amazing job. Congratulations on your program, Pipeline to Possibilities. Right now it's in Dallas, but hopefully this is something that can, because this is a very much needed program. So congratulations, ladies, and I wish your program much success.
Absolutely. You know what? I love to hear when people just do great things.
Yeah,
and just
I do
give
too.
back. And
I do
just,
too.
With so much going on in this world, it's just a lot going on. Just in regards to the whole government shutdown and what all that affects. And I didn't know, and
Except
I know a lot.
Congress and their paper.
Yes, I didn't know, and a lot of people I'm sure do not know as well of all of what goes into that.
Mm-hmm.
Like different people who work for the military,
right?
After it's a possibility that they could work and then have to work and not get paid for this.
Exactly.
Stuff. Or if you have different jobs and you're working for the government, you have to still work but not get paid for it. And I just don't understand. We have to come to an agreement as a country.
But Congress is going to get paid. Now, seriously, what is wrong with that picture? Everyone else may lose their pay for however long it takes, except Congress.
Yes. I mean, now
that's wrong. That's just wrong.
Hopefully, in the past, when this has happened, it only lasted for a day or so. Hopefully that is the case and it does not get to that. But, the way things have been going, there's no telling how this thing can go. And the only thing we could do is just hope and pray. And it's just more, it just goes back to trying to find a way to, or do something, because so that way you don't have to worry about, not saying it won't still affect you, but you can get paid right now.
I always say you need a plan B.
And I know people personally who are in the service that I went to school with, and they have took to Facebook to kind of express how this will affect them.
Yeah.
And it just kind of eye-opening. Right. Like I remember when it happened previously. I was younger, and I didn't really know what that meant. But to see people really being affected by this, it's definitely eye-opening. It's just they need to come to an agreement, but overall, the country just needs to come to an agreement as a whole. And
I mean,
with him in office, it just doesn't seem like it'll ever be right.
Speaking of him, which we refer to as number 45. So
you refer to as number 45.
I sure do. Just 45. Just 45.
Just 45. That's his name now.
Right. Well, hey, that is his name. Just days after 45 distastefully commented about the Haitians. Announced that the Department of Homeland Security has officially barred Haitian citizens from applying for low-skilled work visas in the United States. The Department of Homeland Security claims Haitians who utilize the program have high levels of fraud and abuse. So let me just say this. So you're saying, Homeland Security, you're saying that all Haitians, every last one of them, have high levels of fraud and abuse. How can you make a blanket statement and that is just ridiculous?
I don't know. It's just so much that he's affecting. I just feel like sometimes I get mentally overwhelmed and you don't even know what to say, because it's just so much that he's just undoing and just
everything that President Obama did, he's going to undo.
So much I can't even wrap my head around it all. Literally, the whole government shutdown thing, that was just a conversation we just had that's still relevant. And then this, and then things, then previously he spoke about the Haitians. I mean, it's just so much to talk about and to have an opinion about and to think about, because it's just literally every few minutes he comes out and
then he backpedals, because prior to this news,
or they backpedal for him.
Yeah, well, he backpedals too. He does plenty of his own.
Yeah,
so prior to this news breaking, he said, "I love the people. They are tremendous. They have a tremendous warmth, and they're very hardworking people." Well, which one is it? But you know what I did? I forgot to mention that the guy that is his name is Tom Steyer, the billionaire Democratic, who's running the campaign.
to impeach him.
He will be at the march.
Good.
Go on.
Good. I mean, like I said, it's just too much. It's too much to wrap my head around. It's just so much going on, and the time to where he is out of there.
Yeah.
Whether if he's leaving in an orange suit or
preferably
whatever else he could be carried out in. So I just. Come on, we need to speed this up. Furthermore, talking about things, just horrible things that happened with this couple and these 13 kids. I was at the nail shop and we were talking about it. I mean, it's just, first of all, it's sickening to do that to any human, period. But then you're doing it to your own children. The ages of 2 to 29, they were held captive in their home. They were homeschooled. They were chained to their beds for weeks and months at a time, forced to go hungry. Things that they had to get the same haircuts and everything. So imagine how humiliating that is. Did they ever go out in public at all?
They did go out in public. As a matter of fact, there was something on 2020 last night to me. So on 2020, they showed that one of the few times that this husband and wife renewed their vows was actually in Vegas.
So they renewed their vows several times?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And so they were in Vegas with all of the kids. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm just saying, all of the kids was dressed just alike. If somebody didn't see a problem with that, and just say, what is going on here? Because that's just not normal.
Is that with the thing 1, thing 2 outfits that they had on with the red shirts? Was that the
No, this looked like some sort of ad, something. All of them, all the girls had on all the same thing. And so they're in Vegas and they're getting their vows renewed by this impersonator. And they interviewed him, by the way, and he said, he didn't really think anything was, wrong. They seemed to be a very happy, close-knit family. I don't care. If I see a family.
Well, people match like that when they take family pictures and,
But you know what? Let me tell you this. One of the ladies did say this. I look at people, I look at their eyes. I pay attention to people's face and their eyes because the eyes tell the story. And once, the story broke and she could reflect back, she saw that there was darkness, there was emptiness, and a pig. But if something's not right, something's not right. And Dan, is where was the other family members?
That's what I was wondering, because I did hear that they had grandparents. So where were the other cousins and just, for family, for Thanksgiving and,
the sister to the wife, she says that, she was never really allowed to talk to the kids or anything. Well, something's wrong with that?
Exactly. I mean, these are supposed to be your nieces and nephews, and you don't think that anything is wrong. So did they ever know that was going on?
Allegedly not.
I don't know how to. I just don't see how all of their lives, you just rarely see or talk to your nieces and nephews. I don't see that. But then,
according to the news reports, the dog was fed better than the children.
They said that he was treated very well compared to the children.
They would cook food and leave it on the table, and they would be forced to look at the food, but couldn't touch it. They were only allowed
torturing them.
They were only allowed to shower once a year. They interviewed people because, they moved several times, and they interviewed people that had purchased their homes after they moved. My God. I don't even know why they didn't call the police, because there was feces all over the wall. Why could you not think that was a problem?
What? Then I know
disgusting.
I heard something about how the kids got in trouble if they were to watch past their wrist.
Yeah.
Past their wrist. They would get in trouble and be forced to be chained to their bed. I mean, how could you even think of this kind of stuff as a human being? And how could you do it good? And then even the 2-year-old wasn't getting better treatment.
Got better treatment than the others, though.
I mean, it's sickening.
There is, and then they had the audacity. They had the audacity to plead not guilty. Are you serious?
And these children have been trying to escape for 2 years.
Yeah, they had that plan in motion for 2 years. And I am just so grateful to God that this young lady, the one daughter who was able to escape, because if she had not, this would still be going on right now today.
Yes.
So.
And it's 2018. This is still going on.
Yes, it is. It's so sad. So I'm just, that, there is no punishment that they are not deserving of.
Well,
I'm just sick of
the couple. They are facing 12 counts of torture, 7 counts of abuse of a dependent adult, 6 counts of abuse or neglect, and 12 counts of false imprisonment. David, who is the father, is also being charged of elude act on a child by force or fear of duress. Sorry. And they said they've been plotting for 2 years. They had the parents, they have pled not guilty, like you said, and they are held on a $12 million bond.
Well, first of all, why is that bond anyway? Why is that even on the table? You are guilty. And that's one of the things, and I know obviously I'm not a judge or a criminal attorney, but sometimes when your hand is caught dead smack in the cookie jar, why are we even wasting taxpayers' dollars to even have a trial?
And then it says that they were never given any water.
That's ridiculous. I can't even imagine.
They appear to be malnourished, and the 29-year-old was only 82 pounds. 29-year-old was only 82 pounds.
Can you imagine the years?
They thought she was younger.
Can you imagine the years it will take
to try to undo that? And honestly, some of it just won't ever. It can't. Could you imagine the nightmares that they have, and they have to take some serious type of therapy for that, because I just cannot imagine going through that every single day. And was this all their life, or did this start at a certain point, or what led to this?
Pretty much, from what I could see, did
they ever go into that on the show?
No, it looks like this is pretty much their life. This is what they've been subjected to.
That's just like that girl on Dr. Phil. She was in a wheelchair at one point in time, and she says her and her mom had this scam going on about how she was just so sick, had all these different illnesses and getting all these different surgeries that she didn't need, and she didn't have any of these illnesses, and the mom was getting money for it, and then she killed her mom, and now she's in jail.
She and her boyfriend, they killed her mother. I'm not condoning murder, but
I hope that, so what if, thank God that this didn't resort to it, but what if the children would have killed the parents? Would they have faced jail time as well?
I don't know.
I don't know. I would hope not, because it's like, but they're saying that, well, maybe the daughter was in on it or something. I don't know.
On the Dr. Phil show.
On the Dr. Phil show. So I don't know.
No,
because why would she go to jail if she sat there and tortured her? That whole.
Well, they said that it was not right for her to kill, the mother, and maybe murder is never right. Let's just be clear. We're not condoning murder. However,
maybe these kids, one of these 13 kids, possibly could have had a better chance of getting away with it, because they have endured a lot.
It's just ridiculous.
I just can't imagine being in that predicament at all.
It's unbelievable. When I first heard the story, I said, "What? Are you serious? It's unbelievable. It's just unbelievable."
I wanted to talk briefly. Or did you have
No, go ahead. I'll jump on mine in a minute.
Well, no, I just wanted to talk briefly. So today, local Chicago rapper, Fredo Santana, he died.
Oh.
And, he's in the same campus like Chief Keef and all them. They all from the same area. They're cousins, this, that, and the other. Well, he died at 27 years old. He wasn't shot. He wasn't killed. He died of kidney failure.
Really? Oh,
and so it's really sad.
How old was he?
27.
Wow.
As a 27-year-old, that's what I want to talk about, because a 27-year-old does not die of kidney failure. Just typically, that just doesn't happen. And it's just, it's just these kids, and clearly he's in his 20s, so he's not a kid, but a lot of kids and young people, they take all these different drugs like lean and all these different medicated drugs, mixing them together and just getting high off this stuff, and like it's just normal. And and people aren't realizing or don't think about the damage that you're doing to your body. And if you're constantly feeding yourself lean and different cough syrups and different medicines put together and everything, that takes a toll on your lungs and on your kidneys and different things that you need to function and let the body do what it's supposed to do. And it's just really sad, because
so that's what they're saying, that it was contributed to excessive drug use that caused the kidney failure.
Well, I haven't read anything that's officially saying that, but him and all of them are known for heavily taking drugs. He's even tweeted about going to rehab and just this, that, and the other. So, even if it's not, it's a kidney failure. But to me, I feel like, what other reason would it be? Because what 27-year-old just dies like that of kidney failure?
Right. Wow.
And this is something that a lot of people, especially if you have young teenagers who
when did he die?
Today. Or last night, but it happened very, everybody's talking about it today. So especially when you have people who are young, these parties, everyone's just not drinking underage anymore or just smoking a little weed anymore. These kids are popping mollies, doing all kind of cocaine and all these different drugs, and it's way too much. And that's how different situations, go into the whole Kanika situation. And I don't want to just keep going back to that, but that's how things happen. Right. Or even worse, or not worse, because they both passed away, but just like with him. And that's something that really needs to be talked about.
Well, you know what? Honestly, I don't think that we could, talk about Kanika Jenkins enough. Yeah. Because that was very devastating. I can't imagine what her family,
they're still dealing with it.
Exactly. And that's just the point I was just about to make. in the news has moved on to other things. However, the family is still having to deal with the death of this young lady that did not have to happen. And so, we can definitely continue to raise awareness to Kanika Jenkins and all the other situations out there, because it's something that definitely needs to be discussed.
Yes.
Definitely needs to be discussed. We were talking about this last week, having a girl code, the importance of that. Naoki, she has a wonderful program that she's putting together, and she's now not acting out, but she has together for the girl code, and that is very, very important. So I don't think that, no, we can't talk about that enough.
And another thing, I really think that people need to learn how, and this is not with just girls, but guys as well. You need to learn when to tell your friend, okay, enough is enough. You've had enough. You've had enough, or no, you're not getting ready to drive. I mean, it's been so many instances that could have been avoided based upon if you would have had someone in your ear willing to say something like no, or if everybody messed up, none of us need to drive. It's so many Ubers and all kind of stuff now that you can, take.
What? Even getting in an Uber,
well, that is true.
You just have to just say,
enough is enough.
Enough is enough. There's a line that you just won't cross over and allow yourself to get to that point. And like you and I, we were talking. Excuse me. Like you and I, we were talking, and I was saying that when you're out with your friends, understanding a look, that if you guys, you don't even have to say anything. Brittany and I, we have communication that we can just look at each other and know, okay, something's not right here. We'll talk about it when we get in the car, but it's time to go. And that's the kind of communication that you need to have with your friends, your girlfriends, and that all falls under the umbrella, guy friends as well. And that all falls under the girl code,
or just the code, the guy code, or
the
code, just decency, just common sense,
just looking out for each other, having each other's back.
That's really what it is. And you have to be able to tell your friend, okay, you had enough, or your friend needs to be able to listen. Okay, yes, I have.
Right.
And
if you say, you know what, let's go, it's time to go. You don't need to get into a long, drawn out explanation as to why. It's time to go. Bottom line.
It's time to go.
So listen, let me talk about Diddy. Is he Diddy? Sean Diddy? What is he? What is he now?
He's Love. I guess that's what people have been calling him. Is Love.
Okay, well, okay. Diddy, Love, whomever. At any rate, he's doing an amazing thing. So he has recently donated over $200,000 to French Montana's Unforgettable Healthcare Campaign, which will help build maternal healthcare facilities.
That's awesome.
Isn't that wonderful?
That's awesome.
That's what I'm talking about. If you have the means to do something, I really can appreciate and just love the spirit that you have to do it. Just like, our favorite, what's his name? Chance the Rapper. He just did something else here in Chicago.
That's awesome.
So he's partnered up, and this facility putting together. It's going to, let me see, what is it going to do? Help out for the young prenatal care and the birthing house and new ambulances in Uganda.
That's good. That's awesome.
Isn't that awesome?
That's awesome. And you know what? People like to get rappers out of backlash, but you have a lot of rappers that give back.
Yeah.
All of it is not televised to put in the media. Like, you have a lot of people that either give back to their communities where they came from, or they'll take it abroad and go out of the country. I mean, it's a lot of rappers, singers, or just, people within that genre that truly does give back, and they care about giving back. And it's like, yes, they may talk about certain things in their songs, but the money that they get from that, not all of it, obviously, but some of the money that they get from that, they are giving back. So, yeah. I mean,
So he says it's important to be an agent of change. And that's exactly what we're talking about. It's just being an agent of change. If you have the means to do it, by all means, And
I mean, it's not even about the means, because sometimes you can just give somebody your time. You may not have the actual physical, tangible things, monetary, or like clothes. You may not have clothes to give somebody, but you can give somebody your time, help serve food, help just just give somebody your time and just show another person that you care. Because, as we talk about, it's just so much stuff going on. I mean, you take things for granted. Like this guy, you heard about him, I'm sure. He's been here in the U.S. for 30 years. He's getting ready to get deported.
Gone.
Oh, he's deported.
He's gone.
And I mean, how could you're in a country, but you're in a country. This is my country. I look at it like I pay taxes here. This is my country.
He's a hardworking man.
I work hard. I don't go around killing and stealing or stealing from anyone. I work hard. I live here just like any other American citizen, and I've been here for 30 years. And I've
have a driving ticket.
I've established a family and a life, and now I have to just move back. And 30 years is a long time, so that's like a culture shock.
That's longer than you've been alive.
Exactly.
So can you imagine that?
That's like a culture shock. If you coming back, I mean, I don't know if he's been back to visit or whatever, but the fact that you just having to live in this environment again, and depending on, he probably left. Most people leave wherever they were to have a better life. And the things that are going on in Mexico right now, I mean,
And you know what? To a certain degree, I'm not going to ever agree with anything 45 says or does, but to a certain degree, if you are an illegal immigrant and you are in this country and you are causing, trouble, you have criminal background, or you're doing criminal activities, I get it. You shouldn't be here. I get that. But if you have a man who's been here for 30 years, doesn't even have a driving ticket, a speeding ticket, no violation whatsoever, you have a family, you have a wife, you have kids, you work, that is wrong.
It's very wrong.
And this man was forced to go back to Mexico. That's wrong. I don't care what anybody said. That's wrong.
And I mean, I can't imagine your father or your husband or your brother or your friend just having to up and leave. And you've known them either all your life or just however long you've known them.
That's just terrible. I mean, the man has done absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. And it's just wrong. And what is even more disturbing is the people that really think that this is okay. It's not. It's not okay. Check 45's wife. Is she a citizen of the United States?
We were talking about that.
Is she?
She could barely speak English. So I mean,
Is she? I don't know.
Who's to say? She have her deported. She ain't no telling. She might want to be deported depending on the way she had to deal with him. Depending on the way she got to deal with him, she may want to get deported.
I know, because that's not a marriage. That's just a situation.
It really is, but
that's a situation.
I mean, but you are literally tearing lives and families and households
know how that man
apart.
Sleeps at night.
And I mean, how could you, like you said, how could you sleep at night? How could you fluff your pillow at night if you're just families apart? I mean, I just don't get that. This man's been here for 30 years.
He doesn't care. He does not care. If it does not affect him in his immediate, then he just could care less. And that's absolutely ridiculous. And I cannot wait. The FBI, they're not saying a whole lot, but I don't believe that they're done. I believe that they're still digging.
I hope so.
Me too.
But I mean,
let the truth come out.
Even whenever whatever happens, he has caused so much damage within this little year that he's been in office already. He's caused so much.
And we have 3 more.
I don't believe that.
I don't either.
I don't believe that he'll be here for the full 4 years.
I should say his term.
His term has 3 more years.
He's going to be here for 3 years.
I'm really not looking forward to it. Hi, Makita. How are you?
Hi, Makita.
Yes, it seems like forever. She said it seems like forever. And this year, so much has happened within this year. I just can't imagine 3 more years with him. And I just can't believe time has just went past because Barack Obama was running for president. It's just gone by so fast. I just can't believe it. I feel like that's the era that we can't get back anymore.
Come back, please. So listen, last year, 15-year-old Jordan Edwards was fatally shot in Texas, as everyone can remember, while riding in front of the car while leaving a party. The day before he was shot to death, the highly anticipated series Dear White People premiered on Netflix. A little under a year since Edward's tragic death, the cast and the crew of Dear White People have come together to form a scholarship fund in his honor. On Monday, Logan Browning, the show's leading actress, took to social media to announce the scholarship fund. To honor his life, our cast and crew formed a scholarship fund in his name, she says. His dream will live on through another deserving student, and hashtag Jordan Edwards will live on as more than just a hashtag. Yeah, isn't that nice? So if you are interested in contributing to this fund, it's called the Jordan Edwards Memorial Scholarship.com. You can go there and you can contribute to this fund. Yeah. Did you see the movie? I think you and I saw that together.
Dear White People?
Yeah.
I've never saw that. Is it funny or is it like a comedy?
Funny.
Well, what is it about?
Maybe that's not the one I'm thinking. Okay, no.
What are you referring to?
No, that's all right. Don't worry about it.
What are you talking about? What you be watching? So no, that's right. Don't worry about it. What do you be watching?
Don't worry about it. That's something else. Okay.
I'm sad I ain't her now.
Girl, bye. Listen, so you don't have any clue of who this is, but Pam Grier. Do you know who Pam Grier is?
The girl off Martin? Who is Pam Grier?
She said the girl off Martin.
Who is Pam Grier?
Girl, Pam Grier.
I heard of that name. Who is that?
Don't even. You somehow we need to.
Can you just tell me who it is? It just.
Pam Grier is an actress from the era of Foxy Brown. Coffee,
I've heard of
Jackie
Foxy Brown.
Really?
Thank you. Yes,
okay, well, that's who Pam Grier is. Well, Pam Grier is in the process of, she's doing a biopic about her life. Includes the experiences of sexual abuse in her life story. Oh, she says the story is heartbreaking, raw, honest, and beautiful, all rolled up into one testimony. Grier has been in a few high-profile relationships with NBA player Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the comic Freddie Prinze, and Richard Pryor. Called Pam.
Okay.
Yeah, Pam Grier.
Yeah, I thought that was somebody different.
No, you talking about Pam from my girl.
No, I thought that was her name.
No,
like, I don't know why I thought that I heard
probably
that before.
Just rolling over the floor, cracking up at that. That was funny.
I don't know why I thought that.
So
Makita said she knew it. She know who's.
Of course, I knew Makita knew. Hope you feeling better. Hope you feeling better.
She got me sick now.
Nothing.
You got quiet. You got real quiet.
I didn't hear you coughing or sneezing or anything.
I've been sniffling and I've been.
Sniffling is not sick.
I'm getting sick. I'm trying not to be sick. I don't want to be coughing and sneezing like you.
What are you doing to take care of your mom?
I brought you medicine. Anyways, as we come to a close, I just want to thank you guys for tuning in to Let's Talk Woman to Woman. If you have anything or anyone that you want us to discuss or talk about, let us know. Shoot us an email at info@elegantbehavior.com, and we would love to hear from you. And we would like your contribution, depending on what it is, on our show. So thank you so much for tuning in.
Depending on what it is.
Depending on what it is.
Be sure to follow us.
Yes, please
on all
like
our social media
and share this post, also our page, and Elegant Behavior, Zuri Essentials, and you can like my page too. And Brittany.
Don't even put no personal plug in for yourself.
Come on, okay, what you mean? That ain't what?
That ain't what this is about.
Who said?
We are the ultimate mother and daughter duo together, not you personally.
Okay, whatever.
We're not here next week, guys. So we
we are not.
We're hanging out with the CEO chicks.
Yes, we are going to be hanging out with the CEO chicks. We're going to try to do a live somewhere, somehow. Not too long, but just let you know that we're here. And so
hey, look for us tomorrow. We're gonna go live tomorrow.
Yes,
we're gonna go live tomorrow.
We're gonna go live tomorrow on Zuri Essentials. We have a lot of pages. Y'all got to catch up. Y'all got to be liking our stuff now and sharing and supporting. That's what it's about. But yes, thank you so much for tuning in. Hope everyone has a wonderful, awesome week and weekend. Get out there and do something. If you were in Chicago, it's the beautiful weather. And thank you for tuning in, you guys.
See you
Happy
Saturday afternoon.
Yes. See.